Oh, where you watch? Look where you watch. Know where you watch. Choose the right thing to watch. And this enough to watch. Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan, Facebook and YouTube. And that enough to watch. The movie star fly take off from Palpatine TV said that. Boom!
A big sound, a play a big tune.
Ja holy Emmanuel I boy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I listen, I see, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know war, not every...
Blow, Mr. Gargan, blow! Blow till me dance up me toe!
This is Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at that.
Them a driver, boy. Me see him when I buy him a drink, you know, believe you me. And we also have our next little video again, we see some big crutches, blood clot. I have to tell you, yeah, because you see them, me not pretty up nothing, you know. Deliver me from my enemy, my God. Set me an eye from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from the bloodthirsty men. For behold, they lie and wait for my soul. The mighty gather themselves together against me, not for my disobedience, not for my sin, Lord. I have done no wrong, yet they are ready to attack me. Rise up, behold, and help me. You, Lord God of armor, the God of Israel, rouse yourself to punish the nation. Show no mercy to the wicked, traitor, sealer. They return at evening, howling like dogs, and prowl around the city. Behold, they spat with their mouth, so they are in their lips, for they say, Who art us? But you, Lord, laugh at them, you scoff for all the nation. O my strength, I wish for you, for God is my high tower. My God will go before me with his loving kindness. God will let me look at my enemy in triumph. Don't kill them, or my people may forget. Scatter them by their power, and bring them down, Lord, our shield. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let they be catched in their pride. For the curses and lie which they utter, consume them in wrath, consume them, and they will be no more. Let them know that God rules in Jacob to the ends of the earth. Selah. At evening let them return, let them howl like a dog, and go around the city. They shall wander up and down for food, and wait all night, if they ain't satisfied. But I will sing of your strength, yes, I will sing aloud of your loving kindness in the morning. For you have been my high tower, a refuge in the day of my distress. To you, my strength, I will sing praises, for God is my high tower, the God of my mercy, Selah. Up and running, up and gunning, Sticky Stucky Sweet TV, Keith Gargan, cassava, passava, man over matter, up and running. Open all, having a nice, wonderful festive season. Have a nice Christmas, each and every one. Special my good subscribers them. Big up on yourself. Hope you have a lovely holiday, Christmas. Now we're on the eve of the new year, 2025. And, you know, I hope all goes well for each and every one, you know what I mean? And continue to do the right thing. Because, boy, once we really live to see 2025, you know, people, we have to give thanks double time. Yeah, man. So that me I say. So big up on yourself. Anyway, the Mark Wallen really I read out the Constitution and the type of things where Andrew Holness really so barefaced and feel and just blunted lie, because me hear the lie when him tell and everybody hear the lie when him tell. Because when you call out Andrew Holness and say he's a liar, you know, him can't carry nobody go to court, you know, and him can't be talk about nobody that disrespect him. Because this is one serious thing. Because it's in the report, and you know, just in the report, the man talk it out of his mouth say, as far as him see, him search wide and far, Rate and Lele, and as far as him see, none. So it means that none of him rascal government, them not under no investigation. And then when I said that, and him are the big one, we in at the, well, I tell you, So you saw that brother really wicked and lie. No, sir. And people, and when we see the really die labor right, them I defend somebody like this, Boy, I have to shake my head, keep on shaking my head. And if me have hatred, sometimes, well, I don't know, that's why sometimes hatred can build up, because when you see people like these, the man come out blunted lie, and I know him I tell lie, but him just be a face lie. Him say him live in a 1 bedroom, then when he go up on the next platform, a 2 bedroom, so him just tell lie, and it's so lie, him don't know when him a tell the lie. Believe you me, people. This brother here. So how can we have somebody like this around the country? We can't go on, We can't go on. So, Mark Golden did it, and really, anyway, we know about that already, but he just really sit and listen, to see how that guy, the wicked and lie, Andrew Big Nose Holness. Yeah, man, so we're going to listen that and see how distasteful it is. And then he also see a video where a man a try to run from the police and I drive back way. Boy, Jamaica people really great, Boy, Jamaica one place where I tell you. The brother I drive back way. In a way where I tell you, say, well then, boy, all the people can't drive and I go front way can't drive. Really like that. So one time I say one of it's a prank. But it wasn't a prank. Because police couldn't play a game like that, a serious thing. I try to make a getaway and I drive back way. And you want to see this video, short video, people. That's why you have to say, why Jamaican a star. When Big U would say every nigga's a star, a serious thing. In them one way. Them a driver, boy, me see him, when I buy him a drink, believe you me. And we also have an next video again, we see some big crutches, blood clot. I have to tell you, yeah, because you see them, I not pretty up nothing, Because if you want to dance on TikTok and be a fucking dancing and do what you want to do, don't do it in the uniform. So you see, these police in Jamaica, them do, man eat pussy in the uniform, and I talk about the nice like ice cream. And then people come back and now dance and shake out them ass in a government uniform. When you do that when you're out in a uniform, it don't look good. That's why I say Jamaica police force, brother. We are telling you, And but them not getting discipline. They're not getting discipline because them can't do it. If them was getting discipline, they would never, ever dream of disrespecting the uniform like that. And also disrespecting the whole Rasta Constabulary Force and the government and the country. Now, man, this is not like so well then you're the carnival, And you're there on the beat, a carnival, some big carnival, and you work to protect people. And you can make a little jiggle and thing like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is what people are put in them uniform to put up on TikTok. There's a big fucking disgrace. And talk about a woman and things like that. Join the force and then you want to come going like normal people. Normal people when out of the uniform. When you're in the uniform, behave on yourself and stop it. Yeah, man. But I'm vexed, them not get a discipline. Because, look, there's so much things these police do. But, anyway, we have them things for sure. And because, what? If you go on, I'm going to really burn them like a blood clot, idiot police girl, Because you don't want to go, you can't go rave when you're out of the uniform, when you're depending on one time. Stop it. You can't taxpayer pay no money if you come to them shit and laugh and skin up on the teeth. Yeah? Nah, man. So we're going to show them video of people. And, so big up on yourself and us taking these video. The most important one is this Integrity Commission report with Mark Golden them a read out and things like that. That is something what me really like to see and to see how this Prime Minister really wicked and lie. So anyway, without no further ado, here goes. Boom.
So today I had to stop a moment from being on the road to address what I understand are some questions being raised about my recent statements made on the 29th of November in the Senate, where I called for the removal of tax on gratuity. And you know, gratuity is different from tips. Earlier in November, the Prime Minister indicated that his government would be seeking to remove tax on tips. Now, tips are what you pay to somebody having received service, you pay them cash. Gratuity forms part of the salary composition for workers in the tourism industry, which is collected and calculated totally separate and paid towards each person's salary at the end of a 2-week period or a 1-month period. So there's a big difference. And what I'm calling for is the removal of the taxes on gratuity, which currently is taxed and reduces the amount that a worker can earn. Big difference. So let's not confuse the issue. The Prime Minister called for the removal of taxes on tips, and I have called for the removal of taxes on gratuity. And it is quite notable that subsequent to my statements in the Parliament on the 29th, the President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, Robin Russell, on the 12th of December, he too, in a news report or in a news interview, asked, in addition for the taxes on tips to be removed, that he too was calling on the government to remove taxes on gratuity. And subsequently, the Minister of Tourism has now added to his call the removal of taxes from gratuity. So let us be very clear on the sequence of events. Janice Allen made a request for the removal of taxes on gratuity on November 29. The Prime Minister called for a removal of taxes on tips before November 29. So if we want to make it clear, let us just stick to the facts, because these are the facts. I'm prepared to answer any question because I know of what I speak. Thank you.
So we have her book that states what takes place as a counselor. I know she's not new to being a counselor, but all the other instruments, the bylaws, and all the other instruments are presented to her at this time. So we now present to you our counselor, Ms. Yvonne Rosemary.
That the veteran journalist at the Cleveland Barbecue, court reporter extraordinaire, and a lady I met only recently at the Press Association of Jamaica's Veterans Luncheon held at the Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston just a few weeks ago, in late November to be precise. She was found dead at her home in St. Catherine. We understand the police are investigating a homicide. So we have more on that. Kimona and the newsroom are working on that, and we have more information on that in our major news at 12. So news at 12, and of course our major news at 5. You can understand why this is difficult for me to relate on the circumstances that I'm working now, and even the relationship with Barbara Gill, the importance of Barbara Gill as a journalist. So that's what I can report at this time. All right. We still have work to do.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, those who are here with us physically and those who are joining online. Good morning as well to those who are viewing online. This morning, we're gathered to have a press briefing in relation to the Integrity Commission report into the statutory declaration of the Prime Minister. Indeed, there are several findings within the report that we'd like to speak to this morning. And first up, you will hear from the leader of the party, Member of Parliament, Mark Golding.
Good morning, members of the media, those who are listening online. The the Integrity Commission's report that was tabled this Tuesday in the
Recording in progress.
in the House of Representatives. It's in fact two reports. There is an investigation report, which is a lengthy document, 171 pages long, and that is a report that was produced by the Director of Investigations of the Integrity Commission. And there's also a special report, which is a short one-page document coming from the commissioners themselves. And that latter report calls upon Parliament to support the recommendation of the Director of Investigations in the investigation report that matters arising from the report be referred to the Financial Investigations Division, the FID. The Integrity Commission's report makes the important point that as Prime Minister and Head of Government, Mr. Andrew Holness has a higher duty to the public to ensure that the laws of Jamaica are maintained and that he acts in keeping with the standards of principled behavior required of his very high office. I'm sad to say, and I take no glee in saying this, that Mr. Holness has failed in this solemn duty to the Jamaican people. He has known since May 2023 that he was under investigation for illicit enrichment, which is a corruption offense created by Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act. Yes, Mr. Holness is one of the illicit 6, now the illicit 8, and he has known this for well over a year. Yet Mr. Holness misled the country by withholding the truth about this investigation in statements that he made both in and outside Parliament over this period, even telling Jamaica that he had asked far and wide, and none of his MPs were under investigation for illicit enrichment. This extended withholding of the truth, this fundamentally dishonest deception of the people of Jamaica obliterates any trust and confidence in the Prime Minister. How can we believe anything he says in light of the extended failure to tell us the truth that he was indeed under investigation for a serious criminal offense? This unprecedented situation is fundamentally incompatible with his continuing to hold office as Prime Minister. The Integrity Commission's report contains several serious findings which reinforce the need for Mr. Holness to go now. I will mention 3 of these. Firstly, there is the purchase of an investment for $94,000 using, as part of the money that was put up to buy this investment, $32,000 from a registered charity of which Mr. Holness is a director, called the Positive Jamaica Foundation, commingled with resources from his personal company, Imperium, including $30,000 from an account that he had with SSL. Yes, SSL. Mr. Holness reported this investment for several years as 100% belonging to his company, Imperium, when the charity's money had been used to acquire it as well as his own. Indeed, a third of the money came from the charity. One can only wonder how local and international donors to that charity feel about its resources being used to enrich Mr. Holness personally. Secondly, the filing of nil returns by Mr. Holness's personal companies, nil tax returns, indicating that they had no taxable income or expenses when the companies did in fact have substantial income and expenses is a matter which the Integrity Commission suggests would be a significant violation under Jamaica's tax laws and should be referred to the Commissioner General of Tax Administration, Jamaica, for action. Indeed, the payments between Mr. Holness's personal companies over the review period exceeded $400 million. Then there's the creation of a situation of conflict of interest by Mr. Holness appointing his business partner and co-investor in his personal real estate company, Mr. Norman Brown, to be chairman of two important public bodies, the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, and the Housing Association of Jamaica, HAJ, both of which fall under Mr. Holness's portfolio responsibility as minister, and both of which operate in the real estate sector. Mr. Holness has placed Jamaica, our beloved country and our cherished democracy, in a dangerous and untenable situation. His integrity issues cannot be resolved, partly because of the baffling complexity of his personal financial affairs. He operated no less than 28 bank accounts, 28. His 3 personal companies were involved in a very high volume of transactions, averaging over 4 per banking day during the period of review, including many substantial intercompany payments, and including over $4.5 million of so-called cardless cash deposits made over a 3-month period into his bank account by depositors whose identity remains unknown to the Commission. And partly, the matter is unresolved because Mr. Holness's own refusal to provide information about aspects of his affairs, which was requested by the Integrity Commission for the purposes of their investigation. The Prime Minister therefore remains the subject of an incomplete investigation for illicit enrichment, as the Integrity Commission has been unable to conclude its investigation, in part because of Mr. Holness refusing to provide them with critical information that they need to do so. The Integrity Commission has recommended that the case be referred to the Financial Investigations Division, the FID, which specializes in financial crimes, including money laundering, and with which the Integrity Commission has an active Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, for mutual cooperation, which is provided for in Section 7, subsection 12 of the Integrity Commission Act, and also by an equivalent provision in the FID Act as well. This is recommended so that further investigation can get to the bottom of his affairs. And the Integrity Commission has also made it clear that Mr. Holness's statutory declarations cannot and will not be certified as required by law until the investigations have been concluded. So, Jamaica has a Prime Minister who remains under investigation for the serious corruption offense of illicit enrichment, and whose annual statutory declarations for 2021 onwards still cannot be certified by the country's Integrity Commission as required by law. This is a serious blot on the country's image, both locally and internationally. It is untenable for our Prime Minister not to be in good standing with the country's Integrity Commission. We cannot go on like this. The Prime Minister must step aside now or call fresh elections so that the people have the chance to elect a new government that can take our country out of this mess. Finally, it is important to dispel the deliberate falsehood that is being perpetrated in some circles of the Integrity Commission being motivated by political bias. While the developmental work on the legislation that created the Integrity Commission was done prior to 2016, the Integrity Commission Act was reviewed and then passed into law by this JLP government. The commissioners of the Integrity Commission were appointed under this JLP government, and Mr. Holness himself had an important role in their appointment. The staff of the Integrity Commission were all employed under this JLP government. The record shows that the Integrity Commission has taken action against delinquent representatives from both political parties. This scurrilous suggestion that the Integrity Commission is motivated by political bias must therefore be rejected for the malignant mischief that it is. The Integrity Commission is a critical institution in the governance of our country. A country which is seriously afflicted by the scourge of corruption at the highest levels. The Integrity Commission must be nurtured and supported so that it can do its anti-corruption work without fear or favor. The continuing attempts to discredit, weaken, undermine, or intimidate the Integrity Commission, its commissioners and staff must be condemned and resolutely resisted by all well-thinking Jamaicans. Now, I just want to close briefly by saying in relation to the incident that we heard about through the news last night concerning the Holnesses and their home, that we absolutely abhor any such conduct. We call upon the security forces, law enforcement, to investigate it thoroughly, and if there are any perpetrators, to bring them to justice. And I want to extend my personal sympathies to Mr. and Mrs. Holness and their family. Thank you. I'll now ask Senator Donna Scott Montley to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I want to continue from where the leader of opposition left and to say to the Holness family that we all were very concerned about the reports, as unclear as they are, about the need for the multiple police to turn up at residence. We in Jamaica are very concerned that our democratic traditions be protected, and there should be no attempt to threaten the Prime Minister.
Watch out! You know, crash man. I cheat up here, man. Yo, I'm working gang. Yo! Never big you're bad! Watch out! What? Up it now, put the mic by the way. No, yo, me say, I cheat a lemon, my friend. Listen, this is history. I can't guess what this. That's a no. I'm good enough to smell more than no. Cut your back. Yeah. My bro, this one. Hey, the boy I look back where? Watch out. You know, crash man. I cheat up here, man. Yo, I'm working gang. Yo! Never big you're bad! Watch out! What? Up it now, put the mic by the way. No, yo, me say, I cheat a lemon, my friend. Listen, this is history. I can't guess what this. That's a no. I'm good enough to smell more than no. Cut your back. Yeah. My bro, this one.
Again, so much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon.
People, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe to the Sticky Stocky Sweet TV channel. Keep Gargan up and running. Subscribe, like and share. What do you waiting for? It's not gonna cost you a cent. Just from your heart. Yeah.
A big sound a play a big tune. Jah holy Emmanuel, I boy. Jah Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I listen, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we no want no devil philosophy. Not until color for man's skin is of no more significant. Well, to the color of his eye. Remember all the war done in 1935.
This is Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at